everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel and life goes on by Tanvi. I am Tanvi, these are my hands. And this is today's reading, and today's reading is very special. It is like the second part of the reading that I uploaded on Valentine's Day. That was messages from your mother's higher self, and today we're gonna channel messages from your father's higher self. So before I go on and go on with your reading, I would just like to explain what higher self is. So take higher self as your father's true soul, what your father's highest version, the version of him who has sort of who's aware of his past, his future, his past lives, his every aspect, okay? His highest, purest form wants to tell you. This might not be similar to the way your father shows up in the physical world, like around you. It might be very different from how he seems. It might sound very different, but because this is like from his heart and from his true soul, that even like, in order to truly tell you these things, he might need to connect with his higher self, to meditate a lot, to let go of fear a lot, to let go of ego a lot. Okay. So firstly, like before I was like comparing it with when I was pulling cards for your mother's higher self's reading, I like this reading was actually much settled. I felt like fathers are people of a few words, and I could really sense that in the energy. I didn't channel any songs, but for the last reading, I think I channeled songs as well. For this reading, I did not channel songs because I didn't like it was just like, I felt like all this mostly like a general vibe was that fathers, I felt that the energy was a lot more to the point, more advice giving. That was the vibe that I was getting. Anyway, so let's go on and let me introduce you to the three piles. So this is the first pile with the red carnelian. Okay, this is your crystal, and this is your reading. This is the second pile with the rose quartz, the crystal of unconditional love. And this is the third pile with the tiger eye. Money, money, money. Okay. I sang that song because, tiger eye, I was wondering that this is actually the crystal from money. And so is this one. Anyway, so take your time, take a deep breath, pause the video and choose a pile and click on the timestamp from the description of this episode. And I'll see you in your reading. And yes, also, in case you would like to book a personal reading with me, all my links to my Instagram, this is my YouTube, my website, where you can check my rates, and also to my crystal jewelry store are in the description of this episode. So please feel free to contact me. So I will see you in your reading. Click on the timestamp and yep. Why did I do that? Okay. Hello, pile number 1. So if you chose this red carnelian, yep, and this pile, then this is going to be your reading. So I have firstly, I have one card. This card is the animal from the animal spirit deck, animal spirit deck, and this is going to tell us about the general personality of your father. Then we have these cards that are going to tell us about the messages that they have, and these are the advice cards, okay? So let's get into your reading. The first card we have is the buffalo spirit. Okay. This is really nice because I don't know if your father has a beard, like a lot of, like, is a very hairy man. I'm also getting a vibe that there's a possibility that maybe your father is no more with you, like in the physical world. Maybe he passed on to the other side. But I'm getting like a very quiet, and maybe like he is a little like more than the like his BMI or his weight might be a little on the heavier side. That's another trait that I'm getting. Of course, it doesn't have to be, doesn't mean that, but just like this could be an extra confirmation. Another thing that I'm getting with this card is that maybe Taurus season, that is April end to May, could be significant, or any rainy season. You know, wherever you're living, wherever the rain strikes, it could be your father's higher self talking to you. You know, if there's like a sudden change in weather, that could be your father's higher self. What's interesting is that the crystal your father's higher self chose was the red carnelian, okay? But in this particular card, I always think of the pink and the sort of blue and purple, which talks about your higher chakra, heart chakra, your higher chakras, that's your heart chakra, your crown chakra and your third eye, okay? However, this talks about your root chakra. So let me explain what I mean by all of this. Your higher chakras are responsible for connecting with the spirit world, okay? Having higher spiritual knowledge, having more knowledge, more ideas. While your root chakra is something that connects you with the three-dimensional world. I think your father is sort of urging you, or somebody who's sort of like, you know, advising you to focus on bringing your uniqueness into this world, on being okay with being a little different from the rest of the world, and understanding that this could be a way to earn money. Like, for example, if you have a little, whatever job you have, if you add your own elements, like, don't be afraid to speak your mind, is something that your father is urging you to do. And he wants you to connect with him so that you can improve your financial situation. Okay, so I was getting like a very quiet man of a few words sort of an energy. I am still getting that. And it's very quiet and practical. Okay. At the same time, your father might have this, you know, homebody sort of an energy as well, because Taurus, they have this trait of being a homebody, you know, somebody who doesn't, who could get a little lazy. So that could be a father's trait. But, you know, they might be the kind of a father, I'm just getting a vision where somebody's like, you know, just sitting on the sofa, but giving you a lot of life advice, giving you a lot of financial advice, but not wanting to follow that in their own life. You know, like, they have a lot of advice to give you, but then they don't implement that advice. Okay, so that's like kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this from this card. Yeah, and they're saying that like your father's higher self is always around you, always, and they're always watching over you. They're especially, I don't know, they want you to sort of focus on your financial situation, but like at the same time, I'm getting like they want you to focus on your creative endeavors. I don't know if it's something like that. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So Buffalo also says practical yet spiritual. You know, exactly like that. They want you to be spiritual. At the same time, they want you to be very practical with your approach. You know, it's not like they don't want you to focus on only one aspect. Like, it's okay for you to, that you only need to do things to earn money, for money. Don't do that. Don't chase money, they're saying. But at the same time, don't just sit and meditate over things, you know. You have to take actions towards your goals as well. You cannot just escape this world. Okay, and this is exactly what it says, grounded yet heavenly. And this is so beautiful. I can't imagine how it just resonated, because it says grounded, and this is like a stone for grounding, and heavenly, maybe if it resonates for those of you whose father has passed on to the other side, this could be like a confirmation, other confirmation. This could be their spirit coming in, or their higher self. But they want you to focus on your meditation and healing and your spirituality and your spiritual growth. And somehow use your emotions and your creativity, your creative ideas, your emotional resilience, they're saying, in your practical life. For example, I'm getting like some of you, if you are an HR, okay, or something like that, if you talk, you use that. If you are any of those fields where you need to talk, it's like important for you to use your unique way. Don't be afraid of your boss, this thing, or the company that you work in. Like if they already have a protocol, you only have to do certain things as per a plan, because you might be kinds of people who do not do well with someone else's plan, or you might have a beautiful gift that will uncover only when you begin to listen to your own plan instead of just being a follower. Okay, so there are different kinds of people and traits. Some people are really good at following other people's advice, but some people are creatives. Okay, and I'm getting like you are such a beautifully creative soul. So whatever work you do, you need to put in your own element. Okay, don't go by the book, is what they're saying. It says the hoofs of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise towards heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time. And may we allow this card to remind that life is a precious gift. When in balance, it's trusting and it's pure presence. When it's out of balance, it's restless and lacks gratitude. See, to bring it into balance, you have to do prayer or bhakti. Like, they're really wanting you to focus on your spirituality, on your meditations, on your prayers, or whatever practice you like, okay? Whatever kind of practice it could be. Healing modalities for some of you, I'm getting. Like, whatever you do, you have to focus on that. And in order to improve your financial situation. And they're saying like ask for help. If this sounds confusing, you can ask for their help. You can directly call them up. Okay, like not like maybe call them up, or like just call on to their higher self. Okay, so I'm gonna see what messages. We have the Son of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. Then we have Three of Swords. And this was the back of the deck energy that I wanted to pick. This is the Ten of Swords. Okay. Let me just move that. Make some space. Okay. So, firstly, what I see is I see horns here and I see horns here, okay? So, this is like the son, like, the father and the child, I don't know. I know this is not a buffalo, but it just like, I don't know. This is just how I'm getting it in my head. So again, the Son of Pentacles talks about, it's a Page of Pentacles. It talks about being curious about your career. They're saying that you have gifts that you don't want to agree with, because that's why they want you to focus on your healing and your meditation and prayer, because so that you can gain more self-worth. You sometimes get stuck in your head and your heart breaks, they're saying, but you are a very resilient person. Okay, you are very strong and you need to use your experiences. Any heartbreak is not really a heartbreak, but take it as an experience, they're saying. Take it as an experience about what you can learn from it. So every difficult situation that you go through in life, you can either assume it as a situation that, oh my God, my life is all turning upside down and I don't know what I can do about it, and you can just sort of keep feeling sad about certain situations or certain people that broke your heart, because we have the Three of Swords at the end. So or you can use the Three of Swords energy that talks about heartbreak into your and ask yourself, like, what can I learn from this situation? What are the things that I could have learned that I could do better next time? And instead of like beating yourself up saying that, oh my god, I wish I would have done this, or I should have done that, I could have done that, whatever, could have, should have, would have, it's not there anymore. You need to move on. And they're saying that you need to know what you can learn from it, and it happened for a reason. Any heartbreak, any hardship that you've been through, I'm getting heartbreaks. This could be like with friends, this could be with a lover, I don't know, whatever past experiences you've had. It happened for a reason. It happened so that you could bring it sort of into use into your career, so that you can be a guiding light to other people. Again, I don't know, it's sort of like they want you to focus on your career and your meditation and your healing both at a similar time. You know, like sometimes I get a message that somebody only needs to take a break and they only need to focus on their healing. But this, like, their higher self is suggesting that you should focus on your career and your healing at the same time. Maybe you have a job that's very time consuming and you don't get time for healing, or the other way around, that you're only in your spiritual activities and you're only healing all the time, you're only meditating, you're only reading spiritual stuff, and you're not really doing anything in your career. You know, you're not taking practical moves, you're not being logical and practical enough. So they're saying that it's time to ground your energies, it's time to ground your ideas and your experiences. Start small, they're saying, because Page of Son of Pentacles is a very curious and yet like a beginner's mindset. You might feel very inexperienced. You might not feel that you have enough strength to give people advice or to guide other people. You might feel that you have no talent as well for some of you, but it's not like that. And they're saying again, pray for guidance, like pray and ask specifically, like, tell me what this is. For example, if this reading sounds vague, they're saying that pray to me and ask my higher self, or ask whatever entity you believe in to guide you in the right direction, to guide you about what you need to do with your life, you know, sort of like that. How you can use your talents, put your talents into the best use, okay? Something like that. Then a Nine of Wands, again, I'm getting like, in this specific deck, I'm getting that, again, Wands talks about energies, and because you see, like, it's not, like, all these sticks are not, they have these thorns. Let me just show it to you. You see, like, these sticks, and if you step on this stick, it might hurt your foot if you're barefoot or whatever. So they're saying that, yes, the way to reaching your goals, or the way to reaching your intuition, might not have been very straightforward. It might be filled with difficulties, but you need to understand that every difficulty you step on or you face, like, the more difficulties you faced in life, the more experienced you are and the more closer you are to the moon, that is your intuition. Okay, so you can really trust yourself. Again, the Four of Swords talks about resting and meditating. So you see the lamb has this third eye open. There's this sun on the third eye. So they're saying, like, you need to trust your intuition. You need to ask for guidance, because there is a lot of prosperity that lies ahead. Because, you know, the buffalo, I'm getting again the word prosperity and emotional freedom and financial abundance and freedom that lies ahead in your life. But that would not be able to come through if you are not open to receiving it. For example, if you don't think that you are worthy of any recognition in life, then nobody would recognize you, right? Because if you don't recognize yourself, how can you expect other people to praise you or recognize your gifts if you don't know what you need recognition for, right? So firstly, you need to recognize that you are a specially gifted person, and all your experiences are here shaping you into being a better version of yourself and being a better human being. With the Six of Pentacles, I'm getting a couple of messages. Again, this talks about being in the receiving energy, okay? they're saying that you have to be open to receiving compliments. Are you comfortable receiving compliments? That shows that if you'll be comfortable asking for money, if you'll be comfortable asking for a raise, if you'll be comfortable asking for, whatever you deserve in exchange for whatever services or whatever work that you're putting in, you have to be comfortable asking for money, they're saying. Because this is like an important thing. This could be like maybe negotiation in some job that you might get, whatever it is, you have to be comfortable in asking for more. If you're not comfortable in asking, it's because you don't deserve, you don't think that you deserve more, and hence you will feel uncomfortable when you ask for a raise. Okay, that's a very specific message. At the same time, they're also saying that you need to be comfortable in giving that money away. Are you spending time on money? Like, do you have a healthy balance of give and take? Like, do you or are you only taking money from your company and from your job and not really investing it in your self-care and your health, or even in charity? Are you not helping people out when you can? Are you very restrictive, or in Hindi they say kanjoos, or like, are you like very small-minded? Do you get very small-minded when it comes to spending money? Because that's not a good approach. You need to spend that money, give it to people who deserve it. You need to be open to spending money, and that's another blockage that they're saying. That's another reason why you don't really feel worthy of receiving, because you don't feel that others are worthy of receiving money as well. Getting my point? Our outside world is sort of like a reflection of who we are and how we are to ourselves. So if you don't feel open to giving money to other people that easily, this could be in exchange for their services, or you might, bargain a lot or whatever it is, then that means that you also don't deserve that. You also feel that you are not worthy of asking for money, because you don't give it, so you should not get it also. Getting like something like that. And Three of Swords again talks about the heartbreaks that you've been through and using it for experience. I'm getting like, this is a very specific person, okay? They just want to keep things to the point. The Ten of Cups, it was the bottom deck energy that I just picked up on my own. It says that this will lead, and this talks about ultimate emotional fulfillment, okay? And a beautiful family life. This will improve your family life as well, improve your relationships, improve your everything, your relationship with yourself and everything. Yeah. But for that, you will have to be open in doing these things. Okay. So they're saying like, go on. let's talk more. So now we have 3 more cards. That is advice. It says first card is the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Second card is surrender your desire to control people. Being over-controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. They're saying stop wasting your energy. Oh my God. And I just read this, reflect and redirect your energy. And I was just saying like, stop wasting your energy onto other people. That's exactly what they're saying. Reflect, redirect your energy onto yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on your own healing, your own growth, and your own financial situation. Focus on how you are helping others instead of focusing on why are others not helping me. Stop complaining. Like, they're very strict, okay? They're sort of like a little angry also now. I'm scared. Okay, so they're saying like, stop complaining all the time. Take charge of your own life. Stop trying to change other people. Stop trying to expect whatever love from other people, this from other people, that from other people. Start taking life in your own hands. Grab it. Grab the bull by its horns. Although I don't like that phrase because like nobody should do that to a bull. But anyway, so like that's sort of like an energy that I'm getting. Like, you need to take charge of your life. Okay, so I'm getting like this quote that I was thinking about in the morning, that if the best way to create your future or predict your future is by creating it on your own. And you can create a future only when you feel worthy of creating a future. Getting my point? And with the blue flame, it talks about spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. It's again talking about integration. There's this saying, like, you know, if you've had certain spiritual awakenings recently, certain spiritual realizations, certain psychological realizations, whatever it is, they're saying it's time to integrate the two aspects of your life, the spiritual and the practical. They're saying, okay, now I'm done talking. Okay. So, okay, a heartache over what you no longer have. This is so appropriate. That's exactly what we were talking about, right? Oops, sorry. It says older man dealings or relationship with an older man. You know, I was telling that maybe, like, I don't know if your father has grey hair or is a little older. I don't know, because this is again, I feel this is your father's spirit coming and just like speaking to you. Oh, this says spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness and understanding, torch. This says affairs with your family and period of prosperity and abundance. They're saying like there's a lot of abundance lying for you, but you need to like get over the heartache that is no longer serving you. You need to again integrate your spiritual and practical knowledge, and that will help you resolve matters in your family and have a more healthier family life, because and also bring you a lot of abundance and financial freedom. Like, take charge of your life. And now they don't want to talk. They're like, okay, I'm done talking. That's all that I wanted to tell them. That's it. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, so that's all that I have for you today, pile number one. I hope that this was helpful in some way. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And click on the bell icon so that you're always notified about the new videos that I have. And in case you would like to book a personal reading with me, all my links to my Instagram, my website are in the description of this episode, so please feel free to contact me. And also, if you would like to purchase some jewelry, then also my website, my jewelry store, Instagram link to it is all in the description of this episode. Okay? Yep, so bye-bye, and I will see you again next time. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. So if you chose this rose quartz and this pile, then this is going to be the messages from your father's higher self. So if in case you missed the intro, let's consider, okay, your father's higher self as like messages from their heart, their soul, their true self, whatever. Okay, so this might not be something that they tell you on a daily basis, but this is something that they feel, okay? So this is going to be your father's personality, and this is going to be the messages from them. I just want to say, like, your father has a little, like, they don't have a very masculine energy. There's somebody who might be very creative and who is more, like, I was getting more of a feminine energy. Feminine is like just an energy, it doesn't confine them to any gender. That's not what I'm talking about, but like, the energy that I was getting was much more gentle and also very talkative. Okay, I don't know. Like your father might be a very creative person. They might also like to be very playful. They're also like sort of like more of a friend than like a very strict traditional father, like who's only going to speak and it's going to be a one-way conversation. I don't think that's the case. Like, I feel like it's like a two-way street where you talk and then he talks and then you play and then he plays. You teach him, he learns from you. So he was like very playful. I was getting really nice, comfortable, beautiful energy. The card that we have that represents his personality is the crocodile card. The crocodile, I'm again like, this is water. So again, I'm getting like a very emotional person. However, I am also getting like a little emotionally misunderstood person is what I want to say. Because your father might cry easily, because I'm getting like crocodile tears, but others might think that he cries too easily, or these are crocodile tears. You know, like these are not real tears and sort of like that. But that's not true, because I was actually, I'm getting like more of a playful energy from this. Okay, so like maybe your father is a very misunderstood person. Maybe because his energy is not so masculine and he likes to talk a lot. He likes to be a little creative and fun loving. So maybe that's why he's so misunderstood. Often he's misunderstood by his friends, his family, and the closest people. They might think that he's very cold blooded because this is like crocodiles are cold blooded creatures, but that's not the case. It's just like a perception of other people because maybe like he's because of his jokes and everything. Like he's a very playful personality. Okay, so that's why like that makes him also very highly misunderstood. Okay, he's a very gentle person. I want to say he's a very gentle energy that I picked up on. This was not like the other piles. This was a very gentle energy. But yeah, but very misunderstood. So it says resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, it's wise, it's patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, it feels stuck and lashes out on other people. To bring it into balance, you have to rest and Makarsana pose. That's a yoga pose. Okay, so just in case you're interested, you can Google it. I think like this is a perception that other people have of your father, that he's very cold, he's very too over emotional, too over whatever, he's not masculine enough, and he's not this and he's not that. Like, and these are all misconceptions I feel about your father. He's a very emotional person, he's a very deep person. They know the value of the fact that it's important for them to rest. I'm also getting like a very highly spiritual person. They're very highly awakened, so they might give you very good advice on things on life. And not just like financial matters, like this is how you should handle your money. That's what you should do. They might not give you very direct advice. They might give you they might sometimes want you to figure things out on your own. Like the higher self especially likes you to figure things out on your own. It's like they like it when you come up with solutions on your own, and they're there to support you. Basically, so they like to support you, they like to be with you, and they like to validate whatever you have to say. But at the same time, it's like they like being a child around you as well. Okay, so they have like a very wise, at the same time very childlike innocence, which is very beautiful for me. I think it takes a very smart person to remain a child for the rest of their lives. Okay, to get younger with age is very difficult. It's easy to get serious and stubborn and angrier with age, but to get lighter and still have that beautiful hope in your eyes, to still keep wanting to pursue your career even when you're older, that takes a lot of courage. And I think your father is a very smart person to keep doing that. If not, like, I feel like he might need your assistance and your help and motivation, mostly emotional support, to help them go ahead with their own career. Okay, so yes, so I was also getting like a lot of fire energy, a lot of wands energy. Now I remember this pile. Yes, there was so I also saw the King of Wands, there was this wand and that wand, and like so many cards wanted to pop up. So I like how your father loves to talk to you. Okay, see, there's so much of wands energy. Very playful, very gentle energy, very beautiful. So we have, you see, there are two queens here. We have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. They would like you to approach your career in a similar way, you know, of being more creative with your career, of being more emotional with your career. They're saying like your career is something that you're going to spend a lot of time doing in your life. Okay, so it's important to be aware that you are being emotionally fulfilled. Emotional fulfillment is something, and this is something that your father also desires. I thought the candle went off. Emotional fulfillment is something that your father also desires. A lot of emotional fulfillment. With the Aquarius energy again, they are very offbeat, you know. I feel like they need your encouragement as well. I think you both need each other's emotional support. Emotional support. You need each other's emotional validation that you both are on the right tracks, and maybe you both are on certain breakthroughs in your own careers. Okay, because with the Eight of Wands, I'm getting like there's a lot of there are a lot of new passionate energies and new passionate beginnings coming your way, and which might happen like quite suddenly, even in terms of your marriage. For some of you, they're saying that go after what you desire. The higher self is actually the higher self wants you to go after what you desire. Okay, what you truly desire, what you think you deserve. Okay, because, and that might not be something that they approve of necessarily initially, but they're still saying that you still need to do what you like, even if it's something that they don't approve of, because you understand, like I was getting like also like a little childish energy from your father, you know, that they are also very inquisitive and they're also like in the learning stages, and they will learn a lot once you learn how to be a little different, because they're also different, but they never sort of got, when you're a little different and you're sort of like the black sheep of your house, you often do not get and if you don't get enough validation, external validation while you're growing up, that is usually something that happens, then you begin to suppress your gifts. Okay, and you begin to suppress your desires, and you try to fit into the mold of the society or what other people think is right, but that's just an illusionary mold, because nobody is like the other person. We are all equally different and equally gifted, but it's just that some people try harder to fit, and hence they fit into this hypothetical mold of life, of right and wrong, and who we are supposed to marry and what kind of career we are supposed to have. But others, they have sort of like a bigger purpose in their lives, and I think you and your father are two souls who have a beautiful career path to follow. But that would happen only when you are more curious about your career. It's like you leading your father as well. When you follow your desires, your father would have the would get the confidence and the validation that he couldn't get from his parents, you know, so he seeks sort of validation from you as well. That's a very specific message. And with the Three of Cups, he likes to drink with you, I don't know, or I don't know, he maybe he sometimes indulges into alcohol as an unhealthy escape, because of this lack of validation probably that he did not get as a child, or he doesn't get around his family and everybody, but then he seeks that validation from you, because he sees a part of himself in you, which is important. And you know, I keep looking at the flame and how I think that it's like it's not there, but it's still there. It's a similar message. Flame is the fire energy, and the Page of Wands talks about being inquisitive and being more curious about your desires. For example, why do I like something? Why do I like this thing? Is there a deeper meaning? Is there a deeper purpose? What is that deeper purpose? Let me find that. Let me explore this thing. Let me explore that. Let me explore this and that. And that's exactly the kind of fire that you both have. Like, I feel that you both try to suppress your desires. This could be because of some other family member. I'm getting for some of you, maybe your mother, somebody, I don't know. If it sounds triggering, like, I don't know, sorry, just don't take the message, okay? This is a general reading. But at the same time, it's not like the fire is not there. Even if you try to hide it, even if it seems like it's not there, even in your father, like if you feel that he doesn't have a passion for building up a new career for himself, if it seems like that, it's not true. He has a lot of desire, he has a lot of passion in himself, and he sees that same offbeat, passionate desire in you to live a life that's out of the norms, that is out of the box, okay? That is not something that everybody lives. And he would like you to follow your own path, to create your own path. He does not want you to follow a path that everybody else has. And if he tries to stop you, I'm getting it's because that's what has happened always with him, and that is what keeps him giving anxiety, because I was getting a lot of wands, and that could signify a little bit of restlessness, energetic restlessness. Like there's so much energy inside that you try to suppress it and it doesn't go away. Okay, it doesn't, but like, suppressing your energies and your energetic desires, it just makes them sometimes go bigger. Okay, yeah, I just disconnected. Okay, so these are certain cards that are going to give us some advice. It says deep love mother's milk birth as a portal. Surrender to passion. You see, I was getting like so much passionate energy. Explore your passion, surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Saying like if you want to, I don't know, like you want friends that they don't approve of, career that they don't approve of, he will eventually support you, okay? Let's just keep going forward. Keep going ahead with your desires. Don't suppress your desires like he did. Or he still does. Because once you get the courage to follow your own heart, take your own lead, follow your passions and create your own path, pave your own path, that's when he will also get the courage to get out of his anxiety, okay, and this energetic resistance that he keeps creating in himself. Because he's afraid, you are afraid, he's afraid, he's afraid, you are afraid. Like this is like the energy. But he's saying that you are more powerful. I don't know if that's true, but that's just his perspective. Maybe you feel that it's because of him that you cannot do things, and he energetically feels that because you keep listening to him, that means that he's right in stopping you from following your passions and your hobbies. And so that just is like keeps going on. And with the haters, it talks about deep love mother's milk birth as a portal. Again, mother energy. I'm getting like a lot of feminine energy from this pile. Like your father is more, I feel, motherly to you than your mother, if it makes sense. Like your father is more emotional. He might be more emotional. So that's why he needs a lot of support as well. Again, you need to follow your passion so that he also gets that. Dealings, so we have more cards for advice, and let's see. It says dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. I don't know if your father has little dark complexion, or somebody who could be significant, or this could be you who has a darker complexion, and that could be talking about it. And it says target a goal-oriented person, great and good fortune, 4-leaf clover, happiness and well-being, good luck. There's a lot of good luck. Broken wishbone, wish will not be granted. Okay. I did like in that the other reading that I posted, there was a pile where we got this energy. Maybe you could be coming from that same pile where I was getting this broken wishbone. It talks about your free will again. It says that you have a lot of positivity and good luck coming your way. The universe is giving you good things, but grabbing good opportunities will always be in your hands. And whatever your goals are, maybe you need to analyze, maybe you need to sit back and wonder where you're going. Like it's one thing to be a hardworking person, but then just being hardworking and not knowing if whether your goals are really making you happy or fulfilling for you is just pointless, you know. Then if you just want to work hard for the sake of working hard in a thankless job, then that is pointless, you know. The saying like your wishes, you have a lot of good luck and good fortune, you are getting a lot of good things, but you don't grab them for whatever reason. If you keep letting opportunities pass you by, then your wishes will not be granted, is what they're saying, and they don't want that to happen. Okay, they're a very gentle person, I'm getting, like even their higher self is very gentle. Yeah, so I guess that's all that I have for you today. That was short, but yeah, that's all that I have for you today. I hope that this was helpful in some way, and I will see you again next time. And also, in case you would like to book a personal reading with me, all my links to my website where you can check my charges, and you can also check out my jewelry store, my Insta, and also my Instagram accounts for this channel and my jewelry store are in the description. So yeah, so please feel free to contact me. And yes, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye. Take care. Hello, pile number 3. So if you chose this tiger eye crystal and the third pile, then this is going to be your reading. And these are the messages from your father's higher self. So those cards I'm going to read towards the end. That's advice from your father's higher self, and these are telling us this is your father's personality, and these cards are going to be the messages from your father's higher self. So before I go on and talk about it, I just want to say, like, higher self, consider it as your father's best version, okay? His true self, his soul, his heart, whatever. Okay, a self that is very self-aware, that might be very different from how he shows up in front of you in this world, but it's his truest nature, okay? Let's take it like that. So his personality is represented by the camel. Okay, so the camel, I don't know if I was reading the guidebook of this this card or something, but like but the camel represents a personality that is very resilient. The camel has the capacity to survive a lot of heat, like even in the deserts, it has the capacity to store a lot of water in itself and then stay healthy. So very resilient energy, very strong, very tall, thin, hairy, like those may or may not be the personality traits that resonate with you, but in general I'm getting like a very resilient soul, okay? But at the same time, they don't fret. Like, it's not that, you know, that they would tell you that, oh my god, I've had to do so many things and why don't you do this and that. I feel like his energy speaks more than his words, you know. So like his presence might be very powerful. He might be like he has the capacity to be the adult that you need and at the same time be the child or the friend that you want. Like, his higher self is coming like that. That's how they perceive themselves. If that's not how you perceive them, that is exactly how they perceive themselves. Then the tiger eye also talks about abundance. So if he has been able to accumulate a lot of wealth in his lifetime, a good business I'm getting or something like that, or maybe from his perspective, he has done enough, you know, like he has done a lot in his life from his perspective. That might not be, again, your perspective, but this is like their perspective, their higher self's perspective. That they have done a lot. They've faced a lot of challenges with a smiling face, and and not like, in a way um, of hiding your problems, not like that. They don't believe in that, but at the same time, they believe in facing your problems. They believe that problems and challenges in life are just a part of life, and it's okay. You have to just go through them, and they might feel lower, but then they know how to come back to feeling abundant and happy. They're the kind of person who's a very solution oriented person. Like, they like to find solutions to problems. Like, they might like, for example, if you go to them, they might be somebody who's like, you're discussing a problem and then they say, okay, fine, then what's the solution out of it? What's the solution? And I read, like, in front of me, it says air and oxygen. Like, that's exactly, like, they know that, okay, that, air might be polluted, but they know sort of like how to get the oxygen out of it. If I don't know, such a strange thing to say. Like, that's what I'm getting in my head. Like, they know how to make the worst situations work in their favor. So they might be very analytical, a very business minded person, very good at businesses, very good entrepreneurs. I'm getting, they might always thrive towards solution. Like, they're like, okay, fine, this is the problem, okay, fine, cut it out. Now what's the solution? Let's discuss how to come out of this problem. In terms of an emotional problem, in terms of like money situations, they might always have this beautiful mindset of focusing on the solutions, of understanding that, fine, there are challenges, yes, and it's not comfortable to face challenges, but that doesn't mean that they cannot overcome challenges. I think that they do it with so much ease, and I don't think that they ask for a lot of help as well. Yeah, so that's the kind of personality I'm getting. Let me just open the guidebook and read it. It says resourceful, independent, exactly, independent, very independent energy. I don't think they need anybody, okay? And it's like the vibe speaks louder than their words, okay? They might tell you a number of things, but then when they enter a room, sort of the vibe of the room changes. Very, very positive energy I'm getting. It's like resourceful again. They might have a lot of wealth. I don't know. I'm getting like they think they have a lot of wealth, okay? They're very wealthy man, and they're very proud of it. Like, not in a very negative, egotistical, narcissistic way, pride, but like in a very, like, yeah, I earned it, I worked for it, and that's why I have it, because I worked for it, and I accepted all the challenges, and I chose to overcome any kind of challenges that I was facing, and because I believed in my ability. I believe that I have the capability and the ability to work through any challenge that I'll ever face. It says knows oneself. They know themselves. They know that they can handle anything, and that's what it's saying. The camel can handle absolutely anything, as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, oh, you remember I was talking about this, judgment or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wondrous traveler and is especially fond of trips and faraway lands. Maybe your father liked to go abroad. I don't know, I'm getting like he might have liked to travel a lot. For some of you, I'm getting like maybe your father has passed on to the other side. Maybe he's not with you anymore in the physical world, and that sort of sometimes hurts you. But then they want you to be like that also, okay? It says, when in balance, it's calm, content, and there's a sparkle in the eye. When out of balance, they're dehydrated and lacks vitality. To bring it into balance, a pilgrimage, like go out on a vacation, they're saying, like, and also be more self-reliant. Yeah, so that's the personality. Let me see what messages they have. Ooh, the Emperor, like exactly the kind of energy that I was getting. Queen of Cups. Wow, that's a very beautiful balance. Four of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. the Moon, of course, Strength card. And we are getting 6 of Cups. This was the back of the deck energy that I just wanted to pick up. I really liked this pile's energy. I don't know. I really liked how your father's higher self's energy is, and I liked connecting because, again, like they're very, they know themselves, okay? I don't know, like about, I think we place a lot of judgment on somebody being good or bad or right or wrong, you know, something like that. And I feel that's very restrictive. And your father understands that because I don't think he passes a lot of judgment. His higher self does not. His higher self just knows that he's the emperor. Okay, he knows how to handle money. And the messages for you is that they know that you are also this emperor. They see a reflection of themselves in you. And so they want you to step into your emperor energy as well. They sort of like don't like it when you don't take your own decisions or you give up, is what they're saying. And they know that you give up because of... So with the Queen of Cups, I'm getting like maybe you give up because you don't want to focus on your emotions, on your emotional health. And you might have had women, I don't know if you're a male watching this reading because that's the energy that I'm getting. Or if you're a female and you're interested in women, like whatever is your sexual orientation, doesn't matter. But then you might have had women who have tried to help you come out of, or one specific woman who's tried, a person who's tried to help you feel more connected to your emotions, but you are just like, it's like you want to close your eyes and don't want to see it. You refuse to see your own emotions and they are like watching you and do this, and they know that this is why you are so, you give up so easily. They want you to understand that building careers and of your dream and building business especially takes patience and time. 7 of Pentacles talks about, you know, sowing the seeds and understanding that the plant will grow at its own pace. You cannot rush the plant to grow out of the ground, right? It will grow at its own pace. All you can do is water it, give it proper sunlight, proper conditions to grow, and then just wait for it to grow at the right time, wait for it to bear fruit, and it's going to take its own time. And that's what your father has always believed in. If not implemented, he has always believed in it. And your father has always trusted his own intuition, is what they're saying, but you don't do that. And the fact that I'm also getting like Leo energy, maybe you are Leo or your father is Leo. I'm getting mostly you are Leo, and I'm also getting Aries energy here. For some of you, I'm getting Gemini energy, just intuitively I'm picking up on that. Maybe your father was a Gemini, something like that. But with the 4 of Pentacles, I feel like, you know, you're just happy with the small bag of money that you're earning, is what they're saying. Because you don't want to open your eyes to emotional availability, to healing your emotional wounds and scars, to healing your childhood pain, addressing your childhood issues. Hence, you just give up. Hence, you don't have the patience to allow things to grow at its own pace. You don't want things to grow. You're comfortable being that lamb and not the lion. Like, you're not comfortable. That's something that gives you a lot of restlessness in your soul probably. But like on the surface, you're like, whatever, I can't. Maybe you give up very easily. And that's not a healthy approach. They want you to dive deep into your emotions. And that's what's going to bring the balance that you need to become an emperor like him. Because I feel like maybe You look up to your father a lot. You dream about your father a lot. And his higher self is always guiding you. Maybe if there's a dog, like your father might speak to you through your dog, is what I'm getting for some of you. This is a very specific message for some of you. If you have a dog around you, maybe your father's higher self or their spirit speaks through your dog a lot, but at the same time, you lose patience because you lose trust in yourself. You give up easily, and you give up easily because you don't address your emotional triggers. And I see like your father's higher self watching you. They might not say it out loud to you, or maybe the spirit is, for most of you I'm getting like the soul watches you do this, and they don't like it when you become emotionally avoidant. When you begin to avoid your own emotions and how you can change these situations around you just by closing your eyes. You think that you'll close your eyes and the situation will be okay, or I'm getting for some of you have certain specific addictions to alcohol, to sex, to something, some addiction, some escape mechanism, and they see that and they don't approve of that, even if they don't say it out loud. But maybe they have also had to face an addiction with alcohol for some of you, or some of these similar addictions, and they know that it's not healthy. My God, why are there helicopters all over? What's happening? Okay. Yeah, and they want you to loosen your pocket a little bit. They know that you hoard a lot of money. I don't know for what you're saving. They're saying that you're not investing your money in the right way. For example, not in your talents. You're a very talented person, but you just don't want to connect with your emotions. Hence, you don't want to approve of your talents, and you don't want to invest in your talents, and you don't want to invest time also in your talents. You would rather just close your eyes, have a drink, and then or something, and then just escape, or have your some sort of an escape, some pills. I don't know what. I'm sorry, like I don't know, whatever you're taking. They're saying that that's sort of an escape, okay? And they see that you're just trying to escape everything, and that's not how life works. Life is not about escaping your problems. It's about going through the challenges, but you don't want to face it. You don't want to change. You don't want to work on your mental health, they're saying, especially. You don't want to work on your emotions. You don't want to do that, and you just want to find escape routes. You just want to find ways to escape it, and that is never how it is going to work out. That's never how anything is going to work out. You have to be patient. You have to keep believing in your intuition, even if nobody else believes in you. And you have to believe that you have the strength, you have the emotional capacity to go through any challenge and face any challenge that comes your way. Okay. So I'm gonna, these are the advice cards that we have for you. It says, Cosmic Heart, Devotion, Potency, make your life a moving prayer. That's what they desire, you know. That's what they want for you. Like, they want you to be devoted to yourself, to your emotional health, they're saying, to your feminine side, to understand your emotions and to accept that, okay, fine, you feel certain emotions, you don't know the reason behind it, and seek help for it. Ask for help from the right sources. They're saying, and you know what the right sources are. I don't know. Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step out. You know, solution oriented. It says crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Again, focus on your healing. Let go of people who bring you down, who discourage you, who tell you that you don't deserve good, and surround yourself with better and more healthy people. They're saying that you don't have even a single healthy person around you, and they see that. You only have people who are interested in money and power and I don't know, sex, and they all use it as an escape. I'm not saying that it's bad to want money in life. I'm not saying that it's bad to have sex. Of course, it's a natural need and it's healthy for every person to have sex. But they're saying like to use it as an escape mechanism and to be filled with people who only care about these things and not the deeper meanings and not their emotions. To have meaningless sex, to earn meaningless money from a thankless job, to be in meaningless relationships where you know you're not being fulfilled, but you know you just are there for the sake of being there. That's just, as the thing, it's just a piece of shit. Sorry. But the saying, like, you need to work on those things. You keep telling yourself that you don't have the capability to work for it, and that's just not true. It says an arrogant, boastful person. These are more tea leaf oracle cards for more guidance. It says an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. I think this is something around you, someone around you that they do not approve of. This could be like a person that you, I don't know, somebody that you're involved with who is not good for you. You know that person is arrogant. You know they're sort of there only for your money only, and they drag you down. They instill fear in you. They always demotivate you. They stop you from growing into the artist that you are, the business person that you are, the beautiful. They know, you know who this person is, and you still give them more weightage than the people who are good for your mental health. Oh God. So it says, see, tortoise slowly but surely getting ahead. It takes time. Change takes time. Building an empire, an empire takes time. It takes time. You have to be resilient. It won't happen overnight. It says, take care, enemies are working against you. Okay. Then feeling tired, tied down or frustrated. You will be shown the way, maybe through this reading, I hope. And triumph over troubles and obstacles. They're saying that you have the capacity to overcome and say no to people who are not good for you. Okay, you definitely have the capacity and they love you a lot. You don't need to feel tied down to relationships tied down to be in a commitment just because you are in a commitment with somebody. You need to understand that yes, there's a purpose for every friendship or a relationship. You know, your parents are not people who, or your blood relations are not the people that you choose, but your friends and your romantic relationships, there you have the choice to choose people, okay? And if you have chosen incorrect people and they're not making you happy, they always bog you down, they are arrogant, they're boastful, and they sort of like, they don't take care of you. They don't approve of you. They don't praise you. They don't show you the way. They only make you feel tied down and frustrated. Then you have the power to triumph and say no to them. You have the power to just cut them off. You don't need to stay committed in a relationship or stay in a relationship only because you've made a commitment once. It's okay to change your mind when it's not serving you. It's okay to change your mind about situations, about people when they do not serve you. And I'm not saying that, you know, it has to be a two-way street. A relationship is supposed to fill you up. Like every relationship is supposed to encourage you. Your friends are supposed to support you. Okay? They're not supposed to bitch about you or talk badly about you or force you down the wrong path. They're supposed to show you the way. Like, of course, you have to trust your intuition then. They're saying like there's nobody around you and maybe there was somebody around you in the past and you just threw that person away. You've let that person go and you let these people who sort of push you in the wrong direction, and you know that they're not good for you, but then you still keep these people in your life. You still give these people more preference over somebody who's good for you and your mental health, because you're so afraid of healing. You're so afraid of your own potential. You're so afraid of what would happen if I don't know what kind of stories you're telling yourself. The saying that slowly but surely you'll be shown the way. Don't worry, but you'll have to trust your intuition, and he believes in you a lot. Something that I want to say, your father loves you a lot. They're not somebody who would directly tell you something that stop it, or they might not be somebody who would be very arrogant to you. They are a personality who would still support you, even if they know that you're not surrounded by the right people. They know that it's your challenge to overcome. They know that it's not that. Because they love you, they allow you to find your way out. Okay, because they know that we are all here for a temporary time, for a limited amount of time, and they don't want you to feel as if you can only depend on their guidance. Okay, they want you to learn things on your own so that you are able to trust yourself more than anybody else in this world. Saying seek correct guidance and you will be shown the way. Okay. Yup. So that's all that I have for you today. Pile 3, this was a very beautiful energy to channel, and I hope that this was helpful in some way. And yeah, so all my links, in case you would like to book a personal reading with me, all my links to my Instagram, my YouTube and my jewelry store are in the description of this episode. So just feel free to contact me. And this just turned around. It says you don't have to feel tied down. You can break free from the connections that are not good for you. Okay, he's saying that I understand it might not be the easiest thing to do, but you don't have to stay in a commitment just because you have committed. This could be, I'm getting for some of you, I don't know, I'm getting like a female energy that's around you. Could be a friend or somebody that you're romantically involved with, or you would know who it is. Some feminine energy that's not good for you. At the same time, some feminine energy from your past that was good for you, something like that. Some friend, somebody, you would know. Okay, I don't know. I don't want to get into that. Anyway, so that's all that I have. In case you would like to book a personal reading with me, all my links to my Instagram, my YouTube, this is my YouTube, my website are in the description of this episode. So please feel free to contact me, to DM me. And also, if you would like to book purchase my jewelry, please contact me. I also have customized crystals, so I also customize jewelry. You can just DM me and ask me out. And don't ask me out. Why did I say that? You can just DM me and ask me for consultation on jewelry. I would be happy to do that. And yeah, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye. Take care. And yes, no wait, I knew I was forgetting something. No, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment if this resonated. Please. Okay, bye. Take care.